It's time for the final of Women's Series, event number 3 of the year here at Halle 39 in Hildesheim, Germany. And what a final we have in prospect. Beau Greaves needs little introduction, searching for her 16th Women's Series title on the spin. Taking on a player who she knows very well indeed. This their 44th meeting and their second of the weekend. They met in the quarterfinal of event 1 yesterday, where it was Beau Greaves who won 5-2 on that occasion. And Fallon Sherrock, we said she wouldn't be happy with her return yesterday. Her best, a run to the quarterfinal. She's already managed to better it here, but she'll want to go a step further again as she looks for her first title since April 2025. These two have had some incredible battles over recent years. A significant portion of them in the final of tournaments. Both done so much for the women's game and responsible for getting it to where it is now, and for changing people's perception when it comes to women's darts. But Beau Greaves, well, the question remains, 60. It was the same at the start of the weekend, same at the start of the day. How on earth do you stop her?
There's only one way to do so, and that's with quality, and we know Fallon Sherrock can find that quality. And I go back to a point I made earlier on in the day where Beau Greaves now has fear factor, and there is a lot of that going around, and when people go up against Beau, they already assume they've lost the game. There's probably one, maybe two players. I'm going to go with one. I'm going to go with one player who actually relishes the chance of playing Beau Greaves and actually fully believes that she can win it, and that is Fallon Sherrock.
59.
Can't find her way through to the treble.
56.
Yeah, I know she's not here this weekend, but Aileen de Graaf was one that I'd put in that bracket as well.
95.
Capable of pushing Beau all the way.
Game shot.
The start that Fallon would have wanted there. Very easy to dismiss it though when you have lost the bullseye as well. Can just put it as a bit of a feeler, but it did take her a little bit of time, 59. Didn't it, Fallon Sherrock to get going in the semi-final against Denise Cassidy. Had to turn around a 3-0 deficit in that one.
60.
Much better from the Queen of the Palace. But yeah, losing the bull up against Beau can just feel so pivotal straight 55. Away, can't it? Because you can sometimes already feel like she's got an extra dart.
But then, you know, you have to break her at some point. It's not just a case of holding 42. Your throw, but over a race to 5, you'd expect that there'd be an exchange somewhere in there.
60.
The action does continue straight after the conclusion of this tournament with our 4th and final event of the weekend.
$58.
A rare off leg for Beau Greaves. Gives Fallon Sherrock something she probably never expected to have during this final, which is a bit of breathing room at the back end of her leg.
Yeah, she doesn't often give you 44. It for long though, does she, Beau Greaves? And Fallon's not really made the most of it with that visit.
134.
Case in point. There's now significant pressure.
36.
Same score required for Beau Greaves here. Don't mind that play.
94.
Did kind of look inviting, just caught the flight there at the wrong angle.
Game shot.
And Sherrock comes back and levels us up. One apiece in the early goings. Has that vibe of a start of a game where the players are just trying to feel it out a little bit, a bit wary, and maybe Beau a little bit wary because of the performances that Fallon's put in today. She's had some great matches, but most notable that game in the last 16 against Janine, where she averaged just shy of 97. Two whitewash wins as well for Fallon on route here to the final. Them coming in the top 32 and 16 matches.
Yeah, Beau's not been too shabby herself though, has she? Started the day with an average in excess of 107. And she's got a running average for this tournament around the 95 mark, which is very impressive. First 9 up above 107. Well clear of anyone else in the field.
45. $58. $95.
Got to be one of the favoured tumpless checkouts of any player, that not for Beau Greaves right now, but 2 bites of the cherry at the treble 20 to leave what most people's favourite is the double 16. Seeing that a little bit from Beau at the back there as well, these 60. Sort of phantom throws.
Yeah. Not something you always associate with her game. I love that, the cheeky glance over at the scores, the pondering before the pin-in.
That's where Fallon wants it though, isn't it? The dart just sitting up
81.
Inside that treble 20. Wasn't able to follow it in there though. That did look a really inviting dart, and when they're not going, that's where the panic starts to come in, when you're not using the darts and working into that behaviour.
$64. $100.
In that one again, just flicking at the dart. I'm just watching the action here of Fallon. It is breaking down a little bit. Just flicking at the dart, the thumb pushing through, which essentially is making the dart roll out the hand rather than fly out clean. And she'll be feeling that right now and not understanding exactly where that's coming from,
100.
which she might even get in the habit now of trying to throw firmer.
$140.
Hand at the end of the action there, telling us absolutely everything. Much better there. Wrist coming up and over.
Well, we have seen Beau Greaves take the 161 out
29.
already once this weekend. Sensibly opting just to set up, with Fallon back on 185.
60. Game shot.
And it's a 14 dart break of throw for Beau. And another leg where Fallon Sherrock hasn't had a look at a dart at double.
The averages don't always tell you the full story, do they? But right here 45. They do,
yeah.
And that is the longer this game goes on, the more Beau Greaves is going to extend that gap, unless Fallon Sherrock ups it. Because there is a significant gap right now in those averages that is giving Beau Greaves at 57. Least 3 darts extra in this match.
Yeah, she's able at the moment, isn't she, to
42.
keep just about everyone at arm's length.
$85.
I think you can safely say Beau Greaves is heading to the women's match play.
100.
Yeah, she's a certainty, isn't she now?
Yeah.
She's guaranteed.
Yeah.
$60. 60. 140.
Excellent first dart yet again.
180.
Expect her to follow it, which she does.
I think that's the most impressive thing for me about Beau Greaves' game. Yes, she's got that ability just to steamroll against, but when
139.
someone lays it down
Yeah.
to her and hits something, the way she reacts and responds.
Tops to go within one of
54.
another title. And you can't help but laugh as you're describing what she's achieving before our very eyes.
No score.
And she won't need me to tell her that opportunities like that simply have to go against Beau. Or do they?
Game
Yes, yes they do.
What was he saying earlier? Always hurts so much more when it's the last start in hand. You've missed your opportunity, you stand at the back hoping for another one, and then it's last start in hand. It's always a bit gut-wrenching.
100.
Especially when you've just missed an opportunity yourself and you're thinking, I might get an opportunity to put this right here.
One thing we know about Fallon, though, is she is a fighter.
93.
She will dig in and she will battle this out until the very end.
$45.
It's just not consistently been there, though, has it, for Fallon? And Beau Greaves has jumped in and capitalised on any error, any bit of wiggle room and
140.
opportunity.
$60. $58. $121.
It's a first down to a finish, which is what you'd expect with the darts, but Beau Greaves looking to try and leave something a little bit more handy.
97.
Bullseye will probably be the target here for Fallon. Gives her the option of treble 20 for the ball. Not going to go, and Beau
63.
Greaves now 113 points away from another Women's Series title.
And she's going to get a dart
77.
at double 18.
$56.
More match darts incoming for the brilliant Beau Greaves to
Entering
wrap
match,
it
Beau
up.
Greaves.
And it is Sweet 16 at the Women's Series for the simply sensational Beau Greaves. 16 Women's Series titles on the spin. What a statement before 2 days of Players' Championship action that are to come on Monday and Tuesday. Will she make it 17? We'll find out shortly.